Hello everyone. Today I have a new format, let's say, kind of. We're analyzing a seasonal series. This is for top 16. This is round 9 of the losers bracket of the black and white seasonal between Montreal and JustFranco. So I was asked to do this by one of the players, and that's why I'm doing it. He was very nice to provide me with the replays, even though they weren't forced to be posted. And yeah, let's see. Should be a good game. Montreal has been playing this game for a billion years, though on and off. JustFranco just comes from a strong SPL showing in black and white, and is a pretty good player. Very good, in fact, at least at clicking. Better than me for sure. So yeah, that's the power of SS players, by the way. Sword and Shield. They just know how to click. Me, I only know how to click Weird as with Volcarona and hopefully create a Tyranitar. That's the best I can do. So yeah, let's see. We have a pretty offensive Sun team from Montreal. Jirachi only still. Latios, Lando, Chomp, Keld. This is super offensive. Judging by the team composition, I think it's mixed Rachi, the Fire Ice variant, and probably Scarf Chomp, Rox Lando. Latios could be anything. I will venture specs on this build. Keldeo probably for attacks. Belt, maybe, even. These teams used to be a lot more popular. They fell off a bit. Very Spice Week. Very your own stuff is also... They lack durability, right? So your Keldeo in Sand struggles a bit. But what they trade in durability, they get in firepower. Like, look at this. How do you wall all of this? You don't. Yeah, that's right. Although you could argue that that's the case for most black and white teams, so sure. Franco is running a pretty not really standard, but a style that we've seen a lot of in SPL, which is a Kong hyper offense with Scarfraci Healing Wish. But instead of Bulk, he went for a Heatran. So Heatran doesn't sweep, obviously. You can with Flame Charge, but you need a different setup than this. So I suspect that this is just Magma Storm and maybe Wisp even. So the good thing about running Heatran like this is that you get a lot of roll compression from it. So it acts as a check to like Life Orb Jam, which is always welcome. And with Balloon and even Rocks, maybe, you get a lot of mileage out of it. Set I would expect to be Magma, Stealth Rock, Ice move, or even Grass. Even Power Grass. And last move could be Wisp, could be, I don't know, Taunt? Taunt is pretty good. Or it could just be Lava Plume, double Fire Stab. Magma Storm as a slow stab is very bad, but maybe on Hyper Offense you don't care. You live or die by turtles of Heatran staying in. And if you do that, you can run Swords Dance Chomp and Standard Kong, Bullcap. Could be Payback, or could be Ice Punch, or both and drop Mac. I will keep Mac on this, personally. I will drop Payback. And if you do that, though, you need Taunt on Heatran, probably. Maybe not necessarily, but that's what I will do. If you do Mac, you can maybe Mega Grid and run a Ice Punch Superpower DD Knight, drop Extreme Speed. You have Scarf Rachi, it's pretty fast, and Heatran too, so you do not need the emergency button against Volk as hard. So that's what I'm thinking. Leads, if it's Balloon Tran, you definitely lead Tran. Reason being that also if you're Ice move or Wisp. kind of weak into Keldeo though, who is a pretty strong lead here, so maybe not. Maybe you just lead Kong. Kong beats everything 1-on-1 except the Latios and probably the Jirachi, depending on sets. Yeah, let's see if I'm right or wrong. I expect a Keldeo and a Kong lead. And probably if you're Keldeo, you just attack with your water stab. You can lead Lando and then you turn into Keldeo. That would beat both Kong and Detran probably, but it will cost you a lot of health on Keldeo, which is probably fine in this matchup. Depends whether you want to be, you value more the Keldeo's health or not getting owned by Kong Hazard, though I think I would lead Lando actually. But it also depends, right? Because if Lando is Scarf, or you do not lead it, I don't. I mean, you could. You can just U-turn anyway. Nah, I would lead Keldeo here and probably Kong. Let's see. Chomp. Okay, I was completely wrong. Franco leads Chomp. And Keldeo Eden Power Ice. And no, it's Rock's Chomp, so Etran is went for a more offensive set. I mean, that's fine, right? Hitran forces witches, but it's also very hard to get in. So when it's in, you don't want to click rock, probably. So yeah, it's probably better, right? Pretty standard opening. Keldeo just kills Chomp as Chomp gets them up. And here you go Starmie, sure. Starmie is pretty threatening here. We don't have a... Oh, whoa, okay. I was saying, Starmie... There's no real strong play into Starmie. Staying in is probably your best one. You just need to chip it a bit so it's in range of, say, Scarf U-turn. And or even just Braid Balloon for Chomp, right? If Chomp is the Scarfer. And also you can put it with Titar once you have Eden Power Ghosted it. Or Eden Power Grassed it. Actually, no, because it's Ice Keldeo, right? So... Wait, and what? Was it just Calma in 3 attacks? I guess we cannot know for sure. Even then, you need the Starmie to take 30% damage, give or take. And then your U-turn from Landorus will kill it. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but maybe not the end of the world. Let's see. Tyranitar. Yeah, see, so for example here, if you hit with Keldeo, you could just pursue it and it will be a guaranteed kill. Now you kind of have to guess. Although you just pursue it twice, right? And Starmie just Hydro Pumps. Unless you get crit, you survive. And Titar's health, yeah, would be great into Heatran, but so yeah, expect Pursuit and Hydro Pump. And there it is. Whoa, that's a billion damage. Oh, it's Choice Band Titar. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, then... Yeah, that's... Chivitari is cool, I like it. Kong comes out, probably boot cap. Yep. Chomp. Okay, so here... It could be Draco Chomp, but... Even if it is, you don't do that much damage to Kong. I would expect, what, 65% at most from Life or Draco. But what do you do as Kong? Do you Ice Punch? If you Ice Punch, you kill Chomp, but you give up. But you can even wish it back later. So I guess you just Ice Punch if you have it. If you don't, you can just Drain Punch. Yeah, why not? You just Drain Punch and yeah. If it's... But what if it's Swords Dance and just hardest this as you Drain Punch? Do you bulk up? No, because then if it's Draco, you die. No. I think you just Ice Punch. If you don't have Ice Punch, you Drain Punch. I don't see any other outcome here. If it has these, you can hard hit run, right? Not the worst. I mean, yeah, it could be Aqua Tail Chomp, but let's say that I really don't think so. If it's SD on this team, it's Fire Fang. That's what I expect, at least. But yeah, let's see. I would run Draco Meteor on this team, but I don't hate SD either. I mean, sure, rocks. Yeah. Dragonite is a threat, obviously, so any damage is nice. Ooh, Rocky Helmet. That did a lot of recoil, and now it's in Latios range. Okay, I did not expect the Rocky Helmet. But that was nice. Okay. It's always so hard for me to get any value out of Rocky Helmet Chomp. But hey, it worked here. I mean, it's good on offense, right? Chomp's item is whatever you want it to be. Rocky Helmet is cool with like Latios on your team, because a lot of people have only U-turn Scarfraci as their best answer, and then, you know, you just go Chomp and Rachi takes 30% almost from Rough Skin plus Rocks, and then yeah. Okay, so Latios, I think it's specs on this team. Maybe not. I mean, obviously, you say, duh, that's a bit of duh now, isn't it? But you Draco, and whatever your item is, you Draco, you need to get rid of Kong from the field. And it is not specs, and you're going to pay for it. Oh, it's a 3 attacks Kong, but Wait. Shouldn't you Ice Punch here? Because Colbur Latios is somewhat popular. It's even stronger in case your opponent wants to intimidate pivot around it, right? It's a bit of a mistake, I think, from Franco, but you know, I too would maybe pay back. Got excited for the free kill and then realized it wasn't a free kill. Okay, this might just save Montreal's game, because now Kong... Yeah. You can Healing Wish Kong back up, sure, but now Kong has to still... There's a Latios on the other side now, when there could not have been a Latios. So I guess here you go Heatran? Rachi? I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, you don't see the chat, but Frank also realized. You just said, "Oh, I'm us." Yeah, I wouldn't be so hard on myself. But yeah, that was definitely a whoopsie moment. It's okay. We all have brain farts every now and then. So Jirachi comes in and use Psyshocks. Would Psyshock kill? Oh yeah, it's at 70%. Okay, yeah. So this way you don't miss. Always nice. Never punished. And I think you just... Okay, what do you do here if you're Montreal? You don't really have a good player, do you? I guess you can go Titar. But what if Titar and Healing Wish into Kong? You still have a Latios alive. Let's see. Could also be a bit early to Healing Wish. You can just U-turn probably. Yeah, no, U-turn is definitely better. And in comes Heatran, which is Assume Balloon. Yep. Okay, so you have to hit Magma Storm. Terachi is not leftovers. But I think it's mixed with Scarflando. So what's the best course of action here? This looks pretty tough. No, it is leftovers. Never mind, they're post early. Iron Head, sure. Balloon Broken, and doesn't get the 60% plus Magma Storm miss, but Justice, maybe? Here comes the hard part, actually. This is Scarflando, right? So I think you just toss the conch here. If it's not Scarf... oh, wait, no, you cannot toss the Lando, because if it is not Scarf, you lose. Do you toss the Heatran? I guess. I think you toss Heatran. Okay, you cannot toss Conch, because without Conch, Scarf Lando wins. Unless your Dragonite crits it, or it's a weird thing, like, I don't know, Jolly Ice Punch versus the kind of bulky Scarflandorus, which, let's say, I wouldn't bank. So you probably want to Healing Wish your Conch up, especially since you know Latios is not recover, probably. Reiko Meteor Psyshock recover will be one of the sets ever. Not the worst. Even then, you probably... What if you toss the D-Knight here? Let's see what Franco does. Okay, toss a Citron. I think this is the most reasonable one. Now you go D-Knight and just DD up. Your opponent is going to sacrifice Tyranitar, but that's whatever. Okay, let's see if we know anything about the Dragonite now. It's leftovers. Okay. Probably just kill the Titar. There it is. And okay. So what's the play here? Orlando. 2 HPIs. Does it kill? Barely, probably, or maybe just with Sand, but let's say it does without Sand. Then your HPIs. Okay, if the Jirachi is Ice Punch, this is just done, right? Because you toss D-Knight, go Rachi and just Ice Punch, and as Lando comes back in, you go Conk and then back into Rachi and you should win. Now, of course, Scarf Rachi can run a lot of sets and easy spreads. A lot of people drop Ice Punch. A lot of people, maybe not a lot, but I've seen slow-ish Jirachi with a lot of special defense. We have no information on that here, so I'm going to assume it's fast Ice Punch. So U-turn, Iron Head, Ice Punch, Healing Wish. Yeah, you don't run Trick and Healing Wish together. And I assume he's Healing Wish for the Conk. Okay. Okay, if he is Ice Punch, Franco just wins from here. Alright, that's a given. But let's say it's not. Do you... if you go Rachi on the HPIs, you win. You just click Iron Head. As the Landorus is stuck clicking Ice move. If he switches, you have a Dragonite and, you know, yeah. But if you go Rachi on Earthquake, you lose. Yeah, because Conk will die. What if you go Conk here? Do you win no matter what happens? Do you win if you turn? You win if you turn, yeah, because then you go Rachi and you turn yourself out of Latios. And Latios dies actually probably to Rocks plus Sun because it's at 18%. Showdown rounds up for health, so it's lower than 18%, and so it just dies to Rocks plus Sun. Okay, so is Conk the 100% win play here? It has to be. Yeah, Conk should win. Extreme speed. I mean, this is fine too, right? You go Rachi and Ironhead probably. And then go conk on the Lando to reset Intimid. Oh, okay, sure. This is probably better. Yeah, well played. Yeah, I don't think a crit kills conk. Maybe with sand. Yeah, sand plus crit will kill. You know, you... Yeah, okay. Good job, Franco. I almost trolled the game. Though I think going conk was also a win on the Lando. But, you know, this was also a victory, so they're both they're equivalent, let's say. All right, good game one. Any bad plays? Yes, paybacking the Latios with conk, which Franco noticed himself, so that's good. And anything else? No, I don't think there was anything weird. All right. Did Keldo crit matter? Probably not, because it was HPIs, so Keldo had no move to eat Starmie unless it was like Xyz, or but even then it wouldn't kill, so whatever, right? Yeah, you can argue that then Keldo recovers 6% with leftovers. T-Ball will do what? 55%? So Keldo will be at around 50 and you can save it for later, but what do you switch into Starmie then? Maybe you can Ard Lando if you're a crazy person, but nah, I think you just sacrifice Keldo. You can Ard Lando. If you get outplayed, it is what it is. But yeah, beyond that, this was fine. On to game 2. Oh, what a team I have here. Okay, this is a hail mega offense by Montreal. Franco, I don't know why the Hippodon sprite is not loading for me, but you know, there is a Hippodon next to Zam. And yeah, this is a pretty, I would say, a twist on a standard team archetype, which is, you know, Hippo Clef. Except we dropped Clef for Zam. I don't like this type of teams overall, not just this one, but this in general. I feel they're pretty weak to strong water moves, and something as simple as Starmie Rain kind of annihilates you. You are super relying on Latias and Clef, but Clef does beat most water moves, except the strong stabbed ones. Latias is a bit better into them, but you know, again, Starmie kind of nukes you anyway. Also very easy to pursue it and all that kind of stuff. Not that easy, but it's easier than trying to play a Starmie for 20 turns in a row, which, yeah, you know it goes. Okay, leads. Lando, right, for Montreal? For Franco, probably just Hippo. You want Hippo lead because that way if your opponent leads Saboma, you can switch into Zong and it's fine because you set Sand up as your slower. And there's not many double switches that would cause Zong big problems. Depends on the Q and Black set, I guess. But yeah, I think you lead Hippo and probably lead Lando. I'm assuming Lando is the rocker, but we've also seen teams like these with like Rox Jirachi. I think the Q and Black is mixed with Blizzard. That is a bit of a problem here. You have to win the weather war, or at least not let hail up for too many turns in a row. Okay. Anyway, lead Hippo, lead Lando, probably a Rock's handshake. Let's see. Lando, Zong. Is Zong Rocks? It could be. Yeah. This frees up a Hippodon slot, which you can run Toxic on, or Whirlwind, and have and still keep Rock Slide, which is pretty important because Volcarona kind of annihilates your team. Okay, not sure why Franco Gyro Ball there. Okay, but he's getting some nice damage in already. What do you do here as Montreal? Back into Lando. Lando is going to take what? 20% from -2 gyro? 13%. Some expert chip here. Yeah, you just protect. You need the health back. And you're getting good damage in. Skarmory. Not sure I agree with Skarm. Skarm lets Saboma come in, or Starmie even, yeah. And now, what is your play? Oh, yeah, that's a play. Okay. Yeah, no, this is kind of forced from Franco. Army is a menace. Spikes will be great, but it's better to kill Starmie because Bronzong can easily get rocks back up again. And then with rocks up, the game is not easy, but very winnable. More so than it is with Starmie alive, at least. So he's kind of forced to do this. I don't know the Skarmory set. I'm assuming it's physically defensive. Maybe with Zam you can afford special defense. I guess we'll see this turn if he stays in, which he doesn't, okay. Probably another Idle Pump. No, just hard spin, sure. But Bronzong is healing, and he's probably gonna get them up again. And now you protect as Bronzong, you need as much recovery as possible. And here you probably Gyro Ball, right? You just want to kill Starmie as fast as possible. And have rocks up. Oh. I guess you're kind of stuck here with Zong. You probably spam... Okay, so you can do two things here. You can kill the Starmie and save your Bronzong at 47% health as Starmie spins, or Starmie, you could say, Starmie is going to Hydro Pump, whatever, I'm clicking rocks, because after Starmie kills your Bronzong, you can go Zam and force it out, and then rocks are guaranteed up. The problem is, Bronzong is your ice resist, so you... Without Bronzong, your best Blizzard switching is Reuniclus, which is not terrible, into a bomb at least, but Cure Black? A bit tough. So I guess you have to decide to pick between Bronzong, saving Bronzong, and keeping rocks up. I think I just Gyro Ball here though. It's not that out of the question that Bronzong can get rocks up again into this. That's a few of these mons barely hit it. So yeah, I think you just Gyro Ball here. Oh. Okay, Earthquake, sure. And Starmie is gone, and here comes Abomas. No, I think. Yeah. Probably Hard Blizzard. You do Abomas no, because you block lefties from Bronzong, which is kind of important, even if it's only at 14%. That's a big part of Protect being good. Okay, Bronzong dispatched. And now comes the Reunic. Ooh, this is a very dangerous game. Oh, it's Pex Saboma, and there it is. Okay, so risky, yes, but what else do you do if you're Franco? Like, what other play do you have here? You can maybe go Latios and Draco. If it kills even, I'm not sure if you kill without specs. Okay, if it's Fire Latios, 100% go Latios, but I don't think it is. I think it's Kolbur, Berry, Thunder, Wave, so Draco Meteor might not kill Aboma. This guy is pretty fat on the special defensive side. You can maybe go Zam, but if it's you don't know the Aboma's no item. So, and also if you are Sash Zam, one, you don't want to get ice sharded. Two, you have to eat Focus Blast anyway. So even if your opponent does a crazy stay in, and you miss, you're just screwed, right? So I guess unless this is Orbzam, which I don't think it is, yeah. Reuni plus Focus Blast was the best play. But yeah, sometimes the best play misses. What can you do? Nothing, right? Just Mons is Mons, go next. Okay, so what do you do here? You need the Skarmory, kind of, yes. Probably goodbye Reuniclus. You're never recovering Reun into this. Okay, there comes Latios. Just Draco. Okay, that's Landorus gone, probably. Yep, there it is. But now what do you click? Rachi? Okay. Yeah, you U-turn. Into... Inaboma will probably leave this one. But like, what's the... what's the follow-up here? You just Blizzard, right? Yeah. It's pretty tight overall, despite... I don't know. Okay, U-turn again. Get Curemin on this guy. Click Ice move. Preferably Ice Beam. If you're Blizzard, well, hope your Curen Black loves you more than Reuniclus love Franco, because otherwise this is tough. Okay. Sack Latios. Great idea. Missed, of course. You always miss the ones that, whatever. At least you don't get a Life Orb recoil, if this is Life Orb, which I think it is. Look at this team. Okay, Franco goes for a sick double. His opponent does not care at all about Franco's plan, so he just bashes his head onto Skarmory. And that's maybe a problem. Oh, Brave Bird. 56 with a crit. Oh, Kieran can just roost up again. What is Skarmory going to do? I mean, yeah, technically Skarmory could win actually. Yeah, no, this was the right play. Rachish. Why not Latios? It's a bit risky, because Hippodon could just Whirlwind here. Oh, there it is. Maybe it's Trick Rachi, which I expected to be on this team. I think I would Earthquake here, though, if I were Franco. Let's see if he does so. Oh, Slack off. Sure. Well, Latios does not kill you. Specs would... Or a crit. You know, just crit, man. Then it's a win. Okay. Without crit, this is not Scarf Latios, but I don't think it's Specs. It could be, obviously. Even then, Spec Surf doesn't do more than like 70%, right? Head calc? Any fact checkers? Yeah, so what do you do here now if you're Franco? You probably lose. However, there's an out. Okay, if you're Thunder Wave Sash Zlam and you crit the Power Ice here, then you T-Wave the Rachi and not get flinched in the process, and then also Shadow Ball drop and or crit, then you can win, which is not too impossible. Let's see. Signal Beam, and nothing happened. Okay. That Surf Crit sealed the game. I think. Okay, but you can also make a case that the crit was coming, maybe because you would have to probably lack off spam for a bit. It was specs, by the way. Surf did 80 to Zam. Zam is frail, but doesn't die in one like that to special attacks, unless they're very strong. So I'm saying this is specs Latios, so Hippo would have taken, I don't know, 80% as well. But how healthy was the Latios? 70. Okay, but here you kick Slakov, Whirlwind, right? And then you get Iron and Flanched, probably, seeing how the game has gone so far. Yeah, but that's probably better than just losing like this, yeah. Alright, well, Mons is Mons part 2. Also, that Focus Blasphemous was nasty, man. Costed Franco an extra Mon. Well, at least we get game 3, I guess. Woohoo! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, Franco reloaded the game 1 team. At least I assume so. You can pretend you're sneaky and maybe run a few different sets, but I don't think this is what Franco is doing here. I think it's just 1-2-1 the same team. Montreal. What do we have here? Suicune Mew and Dragons? Okay. Let me think for a second. Why is there a Suicune here? And a Mew. Okay, Mew is a decent hyper offense lead, so whatever. Cellrock Taunt Explosion, or whatever. Like, why not Azelf? Well, does Aerodactyl learn Tailwind? It's a flying type, so maybe. But Aerodactyl doesn't explode. What does Suicune learn that puts it on this team? Oh, right. Okay. No, never mind. I remember now. I've seen this team already. Okay. This is Tailwind Suicune. It's Life Orb Tailwind, and obviously Tailwind Mew with like triple band dragon. So this is a pretty funky team. And let me tell you, this is a pretty decent matchup because these steel types rely on them being faster to beat these dragon types, and obviously Current Black is under Tailwind is just a Ubermon, man. Okay, so what do you do here, if you're Franco? Let's say you know, which I mean, you should probably suspect it. It's a bit of a knowledge check, but Suicune is weird enough that you might know it is Tailwind. I think you still need the Chomp and click Rocks, right? I don't see any other, I mean, I don't see why you will do anything else. So I'm assuming this is Smurf Chomp, so Stealth Rock, Sword Dance, Outrage, Earthquake. So you get rocks up to 1, then Sword Dance turn 2, and then, well, Mew is probably going to explode, but whatever. At least you waste a turn. You can also Detour 1, that's a play as well. And then you can just Outrage, actually. Isn't that better? This is assuming it's Sword Dance. Okay, I think that's the play. You lead Chomp and Sword Dance. I know rocks look so good, right? Current Black, Dragonite. But man, if you Sword Dance here, I guess it depends on the damage rolls. Maybe you don't kill at +2, which is not out of the question. And you can also be scared of, like, I know it's Tailwind because I've seen the team, but if you don't, you're kind of in the dark on what Mew does. Yeah, Rocks, Taunt are kind of a given, but everything else up in the air. So maybe he just clicks Rocks is the safer play. Yep, there it is. And you also gets rocks up. Swords Dance, Tailwind, and Explosion, sure. Oh, that did a lot more than I expected. Outrage, yeah. And what's the scissors? Oh, it's probably Choice Band or Scarf even. Or anyway, it's Choice. That's okay. And then comes Kieran Black. Black is a crazy strong play because Rashi's Iron Head doesn't kill these, like not even close. He's gonna do what, 55%? And Outrage will 2 KO Jirachi. This thing is a beast. You can U-turn. No, you don't U-turn. You just accept the sacrifice to the Dragon Totem of Black and White. Yeah. To the cover legendary. Yeah. I think you Ironhead. I don't see any other play. Like, do you U-turn? What? Everything gets sweet KO'd or one hit KO'd. And but at least if you just toss the Rachi, then you can hope for a like. Actually, not even toss because Tailwind ends the next turn. So Kyurem just outrages here, and then that's done, right? Fusion Ball. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay. Fusion Ball, 60%. And Kyurem is dead because you're faster now. Tailwind is okay, keeping the sacrifice slot. Sure. Okay, but one thing about this Suicune is that with Tailwind up, it kills everything except maybe Kong. I think Starmie draws to life or Empower. I think it's Empower Electric even. This is straight out of DPP and not even modern DPP. This is like when I just started playing. Yeah. Maybe it's Grass, but you know, the same outcome. I think it's Tailwind, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam with Empower Electric / Grass. I don't remember. I've seen the paste. I've seen the game. I've seen this team play, but I don't remember, honestly. Okay, so here's if you're Franco, what do you do? What's the play here? Okay, there's always the panic button Ironhead, but I think that's a losing proposition. Do you hard Kong? Sure, I think hard Kong is a good play actually. That's what I will do. Oh, it's leftovers, not life orb. Okay. Oh no, we're already doing this. Okay, well, you know, his chance under Flynn chance, Suicon's and George's favor. Okay, another. Oh, that did a lot. 42%? Oh, it's modest, right? Has to be. You have Tailwind, right? So probably not even max speed. Okay, back into Curem to block spin. Good play, because then you go to, say, Dragonite and Extreme Speed, and it's pretty strong in this situation. Okay, Scissor, sure. Is Funko going to Ironhead? I think he is. Oh, so does Montreal, it seems. Bullet Punch. 22%. This looks band damage. Yeah, so Sammy cannot spin on Band Scissor. Oh wow, that is pretty strong. Scissor is a big guy. You just Bullet Punch, right? Yeah. No, your opponent has a Heat Run anyway. Yep. Okay. I think here you go Suicune and click Hydro Pump and hope you eat. Oh, or you go Dragonite. Okay, Dragonite is also fine. Well, just Outrage, obviously. And there it is. Okay, if they eat run Starmie. Ice Beam, goodbye Dragonite. But here comes Suicune, which doesn't die to Thunderbolt. Oh wait, is it Scarf Chomp? No way. Is it Yache? It is Scarf Chomp. What? Okay, but now... What's the play here if you're Franco? You're kind of stuck in, right? But do you have a move to kill Suicune? Does doubling... Even if you guess it... Let's say you guess right and go Starmie here as Montreal goes Suicune. I think you have to attack if you're Franco. You just Magma Store, right? Okay, so my idea was you attack here with Heatran. Wait, where did it go? Okay, here. My idea was you attack with Heatran here. Wait, sorry. Okay. So it does 20%. Okay, so if you attack with Heatran here, as Suicune comes in, you have to hit Magma, obviously, but maybe that's no, but no. If you do that, you lose to Tailwind. Right. Okay, oh, never mind. Going Starmie beats that. It's lost either way, right? Because you cannot prevent the Tailwind, and then you just die. HPIs. Yeah. No. This was lost either way. There was no way to beat Suicune with this. 31. Alright. Suicune put in a lot of work this game. It killed like 3 mons. That's crazy. Crit for justice? No crit. Oh man. This team is weird. I like it to a point. I think it's nice. Yeah. I haven't seen any exceptionally bad play from either player, so that's nice. Both would have deserved the top 16 for sure, at the very least. The game is unforgiving and the moderators rig the matchups. Don't tell anyone, and do not fact check me. Especially do not fact check me. We had we had our problems with rigging matchups, but not in seasonal. Come on, man. I was joking, obviously. All right. So fun series. Good job, both players. And well, thanks Montreal for giving me the replays to comment on this. I had fun. See you in the next video.